Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 200, part 2. Use Sefer Hachinuch, a mitzvah that keeps your soul in its way. And we're continuing with the mitzvah entitled The Prohibition to Reveal the Ervah of one's father's brother's wife, meaning have relations with your uncle's wife. Among the laws of the mitzvah is that which the sages of blessed memory stated in Sifra, that a person is considered one's father's brother with regard to this prohibition of cohabiting with his wife only if he is one's father's paternal brother, i.e. he and one's father share the same father. But a father's maternal half-brother is not included in this prohibition of do not approach his wife under biblical law. Maybe under rabbinical, yes, but not under biblical law. However, the sages enacted a safeguard and prohibited even the wife of one's father's maternal half-brother, in order to greatly distance us from anything similar to the wife of one's father's paternal brother, so as not to encounter the actual biblical prohibition. Additionally, the sages prohibited the wife of one's mother's brother, whether he is her full brother or only her paternal brother or only her maternal brother, even though one's mother's brother's wife is not at all prohibited under biblical law. The reason why the sages prohibited the wives of all these relatives is the following. Since the Torah prohibited the wife of one's father's paternal brother, who is called one's uncle, the sages added to the prohibition as a safeguard against transgressing the biblical prohibition the wives of all these other relatives who resemble him, in that they're also referred to as uncle. Okay? Should we continue? Yeah, let's continue. I think we can get through this. This prohibition applies in every location and at all times. As far as one who transgresses mitzvah prohibition and cohabited with the wife of his father's paternal brother, the law is the following. If he did so while his uncle is still alive and married to his wife, in which case she is thus prohibited not only under the mitzvah, but also under this mitzvah, but also under the prohibition of adultery, then if he did so intentionally and there are witnesses to the transgression, both of them, the nephew and aunt, are put to death by chenek, strangulation. For this is the standard punishment for one who cohabits intentionally with a married woman. He is put to death by chenek, strangulation, as was explained in Mitzvah 35. And if he cohabited with her after his uncle's death, or after his uncle divorced her, when she is no longer subject to the prohibition of adultery, and is prohibited only on account of this mitzvah, then the law is the following. If he did so intentionally, he is in any case liable to kares excision, and if there are witnesses to the transgression, he incurs malchus, lashes. If he transgressed unintentionally, he must bring a fixed chatas offering. In keeping with the law well known to us, that any sin that bears the penalty of kares, spiritually cut off or dying young, for its intentional violation, one is obligated to bring a chatas offering for its unintentional violation. That was taught in Mitzvah 121. If one transgressed one of the shniyos prohibitions, meaning the rabbinical prohibitions associated with this mitzvah, and cohabited with the wife of one's father's maternal brother, or the wife of one's mother's brother, whether paternal or maternal, then the law is the following. If he did so intentionally, the court administers malchus mardos, lashes of discipline to him. And if he transgressed unintentionally, he is exempt from any punishment, but certainly he should repent and seek atonement for his misdeed. Thank you for listening. Respond to future mitzvah. 36 400 for the gold. Have a wonderful day.